Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Last time around we had In the Name of the Mother, where it was battle time, and it was the 7v7 battle we've been waiting for of Sir Duncan's team versus Prince Arian's team, and it was a shit show. It was rough, very rough, but Duncan, while taking a huge beating of his own, did manage to beat the crap out of Prince Arian, who was then compelled to surrender. And so the day was won. Duncan has been deemed innocent by the gods. However, there were some major losses. There were 2 losses immediately on Duncan's team, but then after the battle was done, they had to pry off Prince Baelor's helmet, which took part of his cranium with it, and yep, that is the death of the great Prince Baelor. So yeah, that is pretty much where we left off. Why don't we just go ahead and jump right into the finale of this season of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Here we go. What an opening.
Been a wonderful tournament. Shame it's all over.
Oh, he brought a maester. That's probably good.
Wounds, they have mortified it. It's beyond my abilities.
Oh, the others fucking girl me. Beyond your... An itchy asshole is beyond your abilities, my friend. Be gone, witch. Fuck off with you.
Yes, ma'am. At once.
Come, it's fine. You're fine. He's a terrible maester.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, my lord. Oof. You know, it probably is good that it's all over.
Well, fuck you. I'll hate you like a brother.
All I do is bring pain and suffering to those around me.
You've done the realm of kindness. You'll see that one day.
Eh.
The only good dragon is a dead dragon.
Fucking gods. Taylor fought for me. He gave his fucking life. Can you speak of him with a little respect, please?
Fuck that, and fuck you. I fought for you. Harding Beesbury, the fucking apple boy, we fought for you. Your prince fought for you against men sworn to protect him. He risked nothing.
Baelor of House Targaryen, Prince of Dragonstone, heir apparent to the Iron Throne, hand of King Daeron the Good, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and protector of the realm.
You did that, by the way. You did that by hitting him like that. Oh, although we can't really be pointing fingers anymore. We had a whole fucking fight for that.
My prince.
Oh, his son.
Plenty of sons have died in their father's armor. How many fathers have died in their sons? He was still young. He had in him to be a great king. The greatest since Aegon the Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody blames me for his death, don't they?
I don't.
Baelor made his choice.
First trial of 7 in 100 years, and Lord Stephen Fossaway got beat by his little cousin. Sir Duncan, this is Rowan.
Damn. Well, someone made it out of this in good spirits.
The Green Apple Fossaways.
Huh?
My wife.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Duncan.
When did that happen?
Oh, anyway, she said I've got a with child now, so I
Damn.
figured we ought to get married.
Feels like a boy.
You heard that, Sir Duncan? A boy.
That was quick.
That's,
I'm sending Arion to the east. A few years in the free cities. may change him for the better.
Maybe.
You swung the mace, my lord. But it was for me Prince Baelor died.
You will hear them whisper as well.
Yep.
The king is old. When he dies, each time a battle is lost or a crop fails, the fools will say Baelor would not have let it happen.
Every day, at evenfall, Sir Erlen would say, I wonder what the morrow will bring. Mightn't it be that some morrow will come when I'll have need of that foot, when the realm will need that foot even more than a prince's life?
Not bloody likely.
Meh.
The realm has as many hedge knights as hedges. My youngest son seems to have grown fond of you, sir. It is time he was a squire. But he tells me he will serve no knight but you.
Eh.
He's an unruly boy, as you would have noticed.
He's a good lad. Just needs a stern hand, that's all.
You'll swear your sword to me, and Aegon can squire for you while you train him. My master-at-arms will finish your own training. Your Sir Arlen did all he could for you, I have no doubt. But you still have much to learn.
Interesting.
Beg your pardon, Lord. I do. But I think I'm done with princes.
Maybe you're not the knight I thought you were.
Damn. Never that fucking drip too.
May I ask you, sir?
When a lord calls his banners and sends us boys off to war, it's custom for each to nail a penny to the oak in the square. And if we return, to take it down. Oh, it's a great old tree. And yet, it's often hard to find a spare bit to nail a new penny.
Sir?
You just fucking die right there? No.
And that's why they call it the penny tree.
Good grief. You just passed out for a
A true
second.
knight always finishes a story.
How do they get the bees to swarm like that? Some sort of magic?
Magic?
What?
Would they put the queen in Beesbury's coffin?
Oh!
Fucking bee magic. My poor sweet warrior. All that fighting's turned your brains to applesauce.
I'm glad someone's happy today. Nope. Is it starting to grow back a little? That's what I'm gonna be like when I finally shave my head. Oh shit. Egg, what are you doing?
I want you to know I do not blame you for ruining my name day. It was a rotten thing they've done to you. And you were right in your reply.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I didn't even know it was your name day. Sorry.
If you would consent, I would bring him on the road with me.
To be a
He
hedge
learned to
knight.
squire as I did.
I forbid him to live as a peasant. Aegon is blood of the dragon. He cannot sleep in ditches and eat hard salt beef.
Darren never slept in a ditch. All the beef Arian ever ate was taken rare and bloody.
Maekar is an interesting character. At first he seems like a bastard, but he's... Oh!
What are you doing here, girl?
You got your horse back?
Father always spoke about building out the cider business, opening a new barrelling outfit.
Cider.
Sounds nice.
I think an orchard might suit her better.
What? I can't. Are you certain?
Aw.
She's a fine animal.
Give him Sweetfoot. Yeah. Got a dog that likes apples. Penny in the tree.
I don't know, Chestnut. Stop asking me.
Where are we going?
Where would the old man go?
My Lord Father says I am to serve you.
Is that right?
Where are we going, sir?
Don't know.
Somewhere not
Suppose
here.
we could go anywhere in the Seven Kingdoms, though I've never been
Nine.
to them. What?
There are 9 kingdoms, sir.
Is that what Google was correcting me?
The realm,
Do you want to clout in the ear?
Crownlands, Westlands, Stormlands, Riverlands, the Iron Islands, the North, the Reach, the Vale of Arran, and Dawn.
Huh. Why do they always say 7 then? Sir Arlen goes his own way. A knight of the 9 kingdoms. God damn it. Oh boy. He didn't approve of Egg going, did he?
Where's Aegon?
I've not seen him, my prince.
God damn
My
it.
last acceptance.
Where the fuck is he?
Some people say a man is made out of mud.
What is this song?
Made out of muscle and blood.
Can someone tell me where in 7 hells Aegon is?
Mine, that's a week. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and
That
I
was
walked
song.
to the
I
mine.
love the
loaded
song.
16.
What is that song? I really like that. Was that made up for this show? Because that's catchy. I want to sing that. Is this like Thunderbolts where they're just going to change the name at the end? Why do we say 7 kingdoms then? What was the point of saying if it's 9 kingdoms? Why do they say 7? Good grief. So that's why at the end of last episode, I looked up A Knight of the 7 Kingdoms because I just wanted to see the IMDb scores, and Google said, "Sir," specifically, "Sir." So it's clearly someone did this because of this show. "Sir, do you mean A Knight of the 9 Kingdoms?" Freaking Google, do you want clout in the ear? Oh, good grief. And of course, Makehart, he did not agree to have Aegon do that, but oh well. Alrighty, that is Season 1 of A Knight of the 7 Kingdoms. Whew, what an interesting thing. What a very, very interesting thing. I will admit, I do kind of regret not watching this while this was going up. I will not make that mistake again. I don't know, I wasn't super excited about it, I didn't really know anything about it, but then suddenly everyone was like, no, this is like some of the best stuff ever in Game of Thrones. And I was like, okay, I guess I can watch it, and then I watched it, and I'm like, yep, they were right. You guys were right. I'm sorry I doubted you. Oh boy, oh boy. It does make me curious, though. What do we do next season? I mean, I suppose there are more stories. There's more stories of Dunk and Egg, so... It's funny, too, because, like, I remember I think I heard that George R.R. Martin pitched... Like, after Game of Thrones, he pitched 2 more shows to HBO. I think one of them was House of the Dragon, and this was the other. A show based on Dunk and Egg. But they went with House of the Dragon first. I guess because House of the Dragon was such a success, they decided to go into this, but... That is very, very interesting. Because, yeah, it makes sense that you would go with House of the Dragon. Like, there's political intrigue. The first season of House of the Dragon, especially, is brilliant. Like, that first season is so good. Second season's pretty good, too. But yeah, so it's like, I understand doing that, especially as a replacement of Game of Thrones itself, as the sort of flagship series. But this, man, I am sorry I doubted Dunk and Egg. Like, I can't believe that, because this is some of the best stuff with, I mean, just the most endearing characters. Like, Duncan himself is such an endearing character, you know? So, oh boy. Now, it's an interesting thing. So, Baelor did have a son, but that doesn't mean that was it Valor? That doesn't mean that Valor is next in line for the throne. I assume, like, I've never even thought about that, but because Baelor was not yet king, it now passes to, I assume it passes to Maekar. So, Maekar will be the next king, I assume. So, man. One interesting thing, and man, I didn't even clock at the end of last episode, I'm such an idiot. I didn't even clock the whole, Darren's dream. That's like, oh, he lays under a dead dragon, and it's like, oh, did I kill him? I don't know. And that's, yeah, he didn't kill Arryn. He indirectly killed Baelor. So, and now, yeah, they will have to deal with those whispers. Maekar, he's the one who killed him. And Duncan, well, he was the one that Baelor died for. Things could be better if it weren't for the damn Hedge Knight. So, what a resolution, man. I mean, what an interesting season. Again, like, I would definitely say, if you want to get someone into, the whole universe of A Song of Ice and Fire, this is the starting point now. I'm going to say, just straight out, this is the starting point. Especially, too, because, like, this show, probably more than any, has that endearing character at the forefront, Which, to be fair, Game of Thrones had that with Ned Stark, but we all know that didn't last, so. We all know that didn't last. And it is one of those things where it's like, that is kind of something to latch on to, is that sort of endearing, not even endearing character, but just the character you can even kind of root for, in a sense, Because I always said that about Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, that those two are really good, and there is at least one character, because there are so many terrible characters, just terrible people on there. They're brilliantly written, but they are terrible people. But with Breaking Bad, you do kind of latch on to Jesse, even though Jesse is not innocent whatsoever. But you latch on to Jesse. In Better Call Saul, you latch on to Kim for a bit, even kind of Jimmy to an extent, at least in those early seasons of Better Call Saul. But it does kind of become the problem, because it's, then I watch a show like The Sopranos, and it's like, who do you latch onto in The Sopranos? Not really anyone. You kind of root for Tony just because he's the main character, and that's it. And here, and that kind of happens with Game of Thrones as well, where it's like, well, you can kind of latch on to Ned Stark, you can kind of latch on to Daenerys. I'd say Daenerys was probably the easiest, but then Daenerys is not part of the main plot for a while, or you can latch on to Jon, Jon Snow, but he's not really part of the main plot for a good long time. Here, I guess you could say that about House of the Dragon as well. It's like, well, I guess you can latch on to Rhaenyra, but even still, it's like, then you come here and it's like, no, you can latch on to Duncan. Like, Duncan is a good man, He's not innocent, he's not flawless, he's not a saint, but he's just a good man. He's a simple man, trying to make his way in the world. Like his master before him. So, Maekar is such an interesting character, too, Because he starts out, when he's first introduced, and obviously you see him against Baelor, and Baelor is such a great person. So you juxtapose Maekar with Baelor, and Maekar, he seems like a dick, but at the same time, he is definitely a frustrated. He's the younger brother. Clearly, he's the younger brother. He is second in line to the throne currently. and it's just, he has 3 boys, and they all have different problems, They all have different problems. Darren is just like a man failure through and through. It is like ridiculous. Darren is a man failure that has dreams. Arian is the terrible prince, the terrible pompous prince, and Aegon is just this. I mean, he's really just a kid. It's exactly what Maekar says, like, oh, he's Aegon, he's so wild, and Duncan says, like, no, he's a good lad. He just needs a stern hand. I love Duncan's accent, by the way. I every so often I try to dip into that just because I don't know why I like his accent specifically, but it's just like it's not, he's not a bad kid, he's just a kid, he is a child, he is not he's not really that big a problem compared to Darren, who is just again a drunken mess, a failure. And Arian, who's just got a chip on his shoulder about everything, Which, I didn't even realize this, that Arian is the second child of Maekar, and that probably does kind of explain a little bit, Explains a little bit of his chip on his shoulder. Not to say that every second child has a chip on their shoulder. I know, I'm a second child. I have an older brother, so... But yeah, it kind of makes sense that he just kind of has this chip on his shoulder. I mean, it's the same thing we see with Aemond in House of the Dragon, But then again, we don't see that in Game of Thrones because Tommen, Joffrey's little brother, is not like that. So there is that. It's like it's not a case by case, or I guess it is sort of a case by case basis, But yeah, and then so yeah, with Egg, it's just like, no, he's just a kid. He just needs to be taught things about the world, So he needs to be taught things about the world, and Duncan thinks maybe being a hedge knight squire would help, Maybe. It's an interesting thing, how he says it, that, Darren and Arian, they were raised as Targaryen princes. Maybe that is the problem. Yeah, I mean, and heck, Maekar even says that, he's sending Arian away to the free cities as I see if that will fix him up, And it's just like, okay, well, that's something. So it's just like, I understand. I mean, I understand not wanting Egg to live like a peasant, as Maekar says, but I like that it is mostly, he is still a concerned father, He is concerned, especially with Darren and Arian being such failures. He doesn't want to lose Egg at all, So he worries about that, but maybe this is the best for him. But he did not decide that. Egg decided that for himself, so... Because as soon as Egg showed up and it was just him, it was like, oh, my father has said that I can be your squire. And it's just like, he did not say that. You just escaped, so... But it's something. It's something. And hey, Raymond made it out of this okay. He's getting married to Rowan. He's got Sweetfoot now. He's going to open up a cider business. That's great, actually. That's great that he actually got the most out of this whole ordeal. So it's something, but yeah. But yeah, this was good. This was really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. And curious to see where we're going next season. I think they're already filming it, maybe. So I don't know, but I'll definitely be a bit quicker on getting these reactions out next time. So yeah, good stuff. And I can't wait to see season 2. And of course, we do have House of the Dragon season 3 coming up this summer. So yeah, that is pretty much it, though. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, or Nine Kingdoms I guess, reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.